Mr. TDC here on another quick clip. Guys, who do you guys have for the boxing match between Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois? Who do you think is going to win? These guys have fought before, they fought in the past. Usyk won that fight, but of course not without controversy because there was an abdominal punch, in my personal opinion, that Daniel Dubois landed on Usyk, and it took Usyk down, and it took him about 4 minutes to recover. And Usyk recently in a studio interview on the Piers Morgan show, Piers Morgan Uncensored, Usyk said that that punch was a dirty punch. Come on, Usyk. That punch wasn't a dirty punch. That was Daniel Dubois landing you a sweet uppercut in the midsection, and you went down. It was just on the belt line, bro. It wasn't below the belt. That was legal. That was not a dirty punch. Let's be real. That was not a dirty punch. I don't know why Alexander Usyk said that, but that just makes me wonder. Is Usyk scared? I mean, he's undefeated. You know, he's fought the greats. He's fought Tyson Fury. He's fought Anthony Joshua. Pretty much all the big names you can think of in the sport of boxing today. But in Daniel Dubois, he may finally have an opponent that might be the one to take that W. Personally, I think Usyk is a more technical boxer. To me. But he's a smaller man, and Dubois needs one punch. One punch. But Usyk is not as reckless as Anthony Joshua for Dubois to capitalize on that recklessness. Because I might be wrong, you know, but I personally think the reason why Dubois was able to land that punch was because Anthony Joshua thought he had Daniel Dubois hurt, and he just went in for the kill recklessly. And Dubois had a counter right that put his lights out. If those sequence of events didn't happen, we may be having a different conversation today. The one guy you know will not be reckless is Alexander Usyk, at least from the histories that I've seen, his fights that I've seen so far. So, I don't know, it's going to be an interesting one. In fact, the interview with Piers Morgan, it had a lot of dynamic to it. There was the aspect where they talked about their parents and their upbringing and the dynamics between both fathers, and how both fathers put them into the sport of boxing. And then there's, you know, it went from that to the history of Dubois' family. It also went from that to issues concerning, you know, the war in Ukraine, you know. But nonetheless, I'm interested to see how this fight goes. I really am. I really am. I have no preferences. I have nobody that I'm going to pick as the one who's going to get it done. I don't know. I don't know if there's anybody who's going to... I have no idea. I have no idea. We might be in for one of those upsets. What do you guys think? We might be in for an upset. I don't know. There's something in my gut. There's something that tells me an upset might be coming. There's something in there telling me that Dubois might just get this one done. Maybe this video is gonna age well. Maybe it ain't gonna age well. I don't know. All I know is that boxing match better be as exciting as Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. My goodness gracious. That was a good fight. Guys, listen, you know my beat is MMA. I love MMA and other combat sports more than I do boxing, but my goodness gracious. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. Everyone needs to go back and see that fight. In my personal opinion, I thought that Conor Benn won that fight. I'm sorry, Chris Eubank Jr., you're the bigger man, but you gassed out. You looked like they put you through the cleaners. And you were hospitalized after the fact. But that's a conversation for another day. Usyk, Dubois, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comment section who you think has got this one, okay? Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and best of all, engage in the comment section. I will see you guys on the next one. Mr. TDC out. Peace.